You know what time it is. It's 9 to 5 with Gavin and Mike. In this episode, we talk about the process versus the destination. But before we do that, drop the intro.
Konnichiwa. My name is Gavin Masumiya.
Nice to see ya.
I'm a mindset coach based out of West LA.
And I'm Mike Aheirwe.
You hear me?
I'm a Transformational Life Coach from London.
These recordings are short, sharp, sweet snippets of insight for anybody hustling a 9 to 5.
That's right. You can tune into them on your way to work, on your lunch break, or on your way home after a long day's hustle. Oh yeah. Process and destination. Some people call it the journey versus the destination, right? And we've heard many people talk about it before. So I want to get your take on this, Gavin, and where you are at with what's more important, the end result or the process of getting there. Where do you sit with that?
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, I think both are important, right? They're both important to have to be in the process and to also know what is this North Star, even if it's not super clear, like where do I want to end up? Both are important, man. It's not black or white for me. And I was also really inspired by yesterday, Aubrey Marcus and Gary Vaynerchuk, where he was being interviewed on Aubrey Marcus's podcast. And then their energy level just started really raising. They were like synergizing together when they were talking about, we just got to come to terms, y'all, that we're always going to still be figuring it out. It's not like a point where it's like, I figured it out. Like I figured out the recipe for life. And it's a constant unraveling of that. And then they went on this rant kind of like, and so this is where parents like, telling your daughter, your 19-year-old daughter, like, just figure out your life. Know what you got to do. She's like, and you're 57 and you don't really have your whole life figured out. Who are you to say, let them know? Like, it's a constant discovery process. And so, just on this whole entrepreneur journey for me since June 8th of 2018, for instance, quitting my job, been going through so many spaces, bro. Like, so many different emotional spaces of the mindset of like scarcity. How am I going to make this work, and operating from that place? And then like, dude, I'm totally going to make it work because I'm living in alignment with what I fucking love to do, and making a difference in people's lives, unshackling their self-expression, getting them clear on their values, what's important to them, and how much are they living to it. You can tell like how much it just even revs me up to think about it. And like the question that just comes to mind is, when it comes to process, right? I'm learning to pay mind to the process and actually schedule time to appreciate the process more. And so in my journal right here, at the very end, I have this tab. It's called wins. And so I write down 3 wins for the day that took place, so I can remember to enjoy and appreciate the process, because it's so easy for me to get lost in focusing on the outcome of something that I lose that sense of appreciation for the journey. And gratitude is so important to me to have. So it's important that I schedule gratitude, when it's in the car and I'm commuting somewhere, and at the end of the night, when I write them down. And really the question for that comes to mind that I think my coach said to me, she's like, yeah, the big thing is are you willing to grow into the person that is required for that, to get to that destination that you want? And that's full acknowledgement of the journey, man. And so really, even from a more like mindfulness, even like a Buddhist place, it's like all we have, right? Eckhart Tolle, the first book that transformed my life, that transformed like the way I thought about learning, and that I can learn anything that I want on my own accord, and I don't have to subscribe to just what college textbooks are telling me, is that all we have is this very fucking moment here. And that just went away. That just went away, man. And we have this new moment right now, and now it just went. And so we're creating in these moments right now. And so the future is when we're thinking about we're living to a future, it's really what we have is here. And so what are we going to make from this moment? How are we going to show up from this moment is like to really get grounded in that. It's like, fuck, man, this moment is actually really powerful. And we're never going to have this moment again. Never. Fucking never. You know? And so I am very honing the process and the journey and finding ways on how can I infuse more gratitude into the process of me growing into this person that I've always wanted to be, you know, one who's motherfucking courageous, dude, who's taking chances out of love, who's finding the opportunity inside of so-called failure, right? Who's harnessing this the growth mindset, bro. You know, all these qualities. But
I love that.
yeah,
Dude, what you're saying about what your coach told you about appreciating the process and being the person you want to become, which really helps to focus your mind in the present. That really resonates with me as well. And one of my friends was interviewed by the $1 Million Mindset. He was a millionaire by 30. Basically, he set the intention when he was 17. And one of the insights he brought to that podcast was, he reminded me that the purpose of a goal is not the attaining of the things that you get when you achieve the goal. The purpose of a goal is to become the person who's capable of attaining that goal. And that pretty much resonates with what your coach told you. So it's a powerful way to focus in and appreciate the present moment. And this is something you do in the back of your journal when you acknowledge the wins. So that's really powerful, man. Gavin, closing thoughts, process versus journey.
I guess my closing thoughts is whatever you find like really important to you, like even thinking in terms of values, right? Values and qualities of the person that you always wanted to become, and getting really clear on what are those 5 qualities that I've always wanted to become, you know, on if I was really being my greatest self. And that is like, schedule that. Do you know what I mean? And whatever that looks like, schedule it. For me, gratitude's big, so I schedule gratitude. And what does it look like? Well, one vehicle is like I write it like literally by hand inside of this black journal. It can look like so many different things, right? But I'm scheduling it. And so if courage is a big one, schedule that. Whatever that means. Whether that means like this weekend, I went and I asked a coffee just for a free coffee at a coffee shop. All right? Not expecting it, just like, let's flex on my... And go.
Don't check by the time off, but yeah, no, absolutely, dude.
Absolutely.
Making time for the qualities that you want to become, right? And first of all, acknowledging what those qualities are, making time to do that.
Yeah.
Perfect way to close 7 minutes there, Gavin. So as ever, if you found any value in anything you heard today, and if you are digging 9 to 5 with Gavin and Mike, be sure to like,
comment,
and subscribe.
And wherever you are in the world right now, good morning, good night.